Thanks, Eric. Glad to be up on the stage here again at Finovate. Today I wanted to showcase how Fiserv is expanding on its experience and expertise in online payments. Today we have a network of over 20 million consumers that are making payments at over 3,100 financial institutions with a network that we built and enhanced over the past 25 years. Last year at the show we unveiled a service called ZashPay that enables consumers to send and receive money to each other directly from their banking account. Well, today we're enhancing our network and enhancing the solutions we have to enable small businesses to take advantage of this network and electronify their business to where they can send out invoices and collect payments, which is sometimes the hardest and most frustrating part of running a business. Today there are over 9 million small business owners that are using some form of an online payment technology, and over 50% of them are frustrated with that service today. And they would switch their financial institution if there was an easier and more seamless way to send out invoices and collect payments. So what I'm going to show you is John is a landscape business owner, and he typically mails out invoices, or he does a tried and true method of taping the invoice up to his client's door or sticking it under the welcome mat and hoping that his clients see that invoice and pay him a paper check, or he has to manually go back as he does maintenance work and collect that payment. Well, now he simply goes online to his online banking site and he can create an invoice directly from here. It's as simple as going in, adding in his client, Jason Bailey, who he's done lawn care for. Simply goes in, sends out the invoice. Now Jason gets an email from John with an attached PDF that shows the invoice. And Jason is going to go into his own online banking site and make that payment via online bill pay. He has all of his pays here. He's paid Ace Lawn Care before. So he goes in, adds the amount of $107, and you notice this is a 5-day paper payment. Typically, a lot of payments to small businesses are paper payments. So he makes that payment, and off it goes to John. Now this is great for John. He actually gets to email invoices out. He streamlines that aspect of the payments process, but again, he gets a paper check in the mail from Jason or from Jason's bank, actually, and he has to physically go to the branch to deposit that. Well, he's out on a job one day and learns about a new service called ZashPay that one of his suppliers uses to send and receive electronic payments and invoices. He's noticed this ad on his bank site, so he actually decides to enroll for the service. And it's as simple as going in, inputting some information about his business, specifically his business address where he receives those payments today. He goes in, adds a little bit more information, responds to security questions, and opts into electronic billing. Now when he goes in to create a new receivable, he's going to actually send these out via electronic means. So he goes in and he sends an invoice out to Mary Anderson, another client of his, for some lawn care. Now when Mary gets this invoice, she again gets it the same way that Jason did, via email. She gets an attached PDF, and she goes into her online bill pay system at her bank. But she notices a couple new things. First off, there's actually a Get Bill icon next to the Ace Lawn Care. She wonders what, she usually gets that for her credit card or her utility companies. So she clicks on that and finds out that she can actually enroll for e-bills from this small business now. So she can actually get a bill electronically from John. So she quickly enrolls into e-bills. And she also notices that when she's about ready to make her payment, she notices that this is a next day payment now, instead of the 5 days that she has normally seen. The reason why this is possible is Fiserv has actually matched the payment address that she usually sends her payments to with the payment address that John used when he enrolled in the service. Now we can transfer that paper payment to an electronic next day payment. Mary hasn't had to do anything differently. She hasn't had to go to a different site, enroll in a new service, or do anything else that she normally does. She simply goes through the same bill payment process she has before, but we on the back end transfer that paper payment into an electronic payment through ZashPay. Fiserv sends hundreds of millions of paper payments to tens of thousands of small businesses all the time through our network. And all we need to transfer those to electronic is to enable small businesses to enroll in this service. So now when John goes in, he has to send another invoice to Mary, this time for some treatment that he did on her lawn for mosquitoes and other insects. And he goes through. He now has an option, if he wants to send a little marketing message as well. So he uses this as a marketing tool. When he views the bill, now he actually has the option to save an e-bill, the bill, instead of emailing it. Because Mary is enrolled in electronic billing on her end, he can actually e-bill this directly to her. So now when she gets an email notification, it's an e-bill instead of the attached PDF. She, again, simply goes to her online banking site, and this time she notices that the bill is actually right here next to her gas and her other utility bills. She simply clicks on that bill, views the bill directly from her online banking window, sees that it's the amount that she's wanting to, and pays that directly from here. Again, notice that this is a next day payment. Now John, he's starting to receive a bunch of electronic payments. In fact, over 80% of his payments are now electronic, and he's actually streamlined and significantly changed the way that he's managed his business. Fiserv will also support the option of using this type of electronic invoicing and payments service at our public site, zashpay.com, for consumers that make their payment person-to-person payments or person-to-business person payments there. We will also offer the option for small businesses to actually use their own ZashPay-powered Biller Direct site if they want to direct their clients to one of their sites, leveraging our ZashPay service. However, the real value that we see is in leveraging the existing network that we have, again, with over 20 million consumers at over 3,100 banks and credit unions leveraging these payment systems today. Sometimes the best innovation is leveraging existing networks and assets to fundamentally change the way payments are processed without changing the way consumers have to change their user behavior or the online experience. We invite you to learn more at our table outside, and thank you for your time.